Hello, welcome to The Print. I am Amana Begam Ansari. Anti Indian sentiment is not new, but the recent surge across the US, Canada, the UK, and Australia reveals something deeper and more worrying than isolated acts of hate. It reflects a growing cocktail of economic anxiety, online radicalization, and the populist hunger for easy villains. The irony is hard to miss. Even Indians who have built their public careers echoing the language of Western conservatism are not spared. In podcasts, comment section, and even in the street, their message is blunt. Your politics may align with ours, but your skin, your name, your religion, and your origin do not. Yet, while racism against Indians grows louder in the West, the reaction back home is strangely muted. Perhaps because many Indians assume it has nothing to do with them. They assume it to be a foreign problem, safely distant. But the detachment is an illusion. The Indian diaspora is not some abstract group living on another planet. They are our families, our cousin, our children, and people who still call home during every festival or the crisis. If humanity is not enough to stir concern for some, cold numbers might make them think it. In 2023 alone, India received about 125 billion in remittances, the highest in the world for the third year running. NRI investment account for approximately 35% of total foreign direct investment inflows to India. In other words, those facing hate abroad are the same people who keep the Indian economy, its global reputation, and its soft power breathing. What's becoming clear now is how quickly the old model minority myth is falling apart. For years, many Indians in the West believed and still insist that because they work hard, follow the rules, and come legally, they will always be safe. You still hear this narrative in interviews. Like recently, Indian comedian Jana Garg confidently claimed that most Indians arrive in the US legally, even if it takes them 15 years. It's not just simplistic, it's also factually wrong. While the Department of Homeland Security estimated in 2022 around 200,000 undocumented Indians, independent research from Pew and the Center for Migration Studies stated that over 700,000 undocumented Indians lived in the US by 2022, making Indians the third largest undocumented group in the country. Even this isn't the real turning point. The real shock is how openly MAGA influencer who once didn't pay attention to the Indian diaspora have now started attacking the community without hesitation. In the run up of the 2024 elections, prominent Indian origin individuals such as Vivek Ramaswamy, not Indian origin, but someone who adopted Hindu religion, Tulsi Gabbard, and Kash Patel were being touted as a Trump allies and given key position in the new cabinet. This was celebrated by many, even in India, as proof that Indian diaspora has made it in American society. In less than a year, Ramaswamy was out. Patel faced increasing criticism and racist conspiracy theories, and Gabbard was attacked online by the MAGA base for celebrating Diwali. They told her to go back to India, although she has no such a connection with India. This was paralleled by increasingly racist rhetoric targeting Indians on social media. It took less than a year for the respectable model minority to be cast as a deplorable, backward, and incompatible community. What became obvious is something many of us knew along that respectability doesn't protect you, college degree don't protect you, and being a model minority certainly does not protect you. Once a political movement decides to target you, it no longer needs a reason. One of the most vocal and influential MAGA figure, Alex Jones, a proud Trump loyalist, has now dedicated not one but two full episodes to attacking the Indian diaspora. According to him, Indians are taking all the jobs, their culture is incompatible with American values, and he even waved around a viral video of a cow dung festival as proof of our supposed backwardness. In another moment, straight out of the hate politics playbook, Jones claimed Indians take dowry and burn their wives, turning a complex social issue, one that Indians themselves fight against, into a caricature meant to provoke disgust. Watching this felt like opening a familiar book, take one incident, distort it, exaggerate it beyond recognition, and then weaponize it to manufacture fear of an entire community. It's the same old template, just with a new target. I have witnessed something similar back in India too, when right wing extremist targets sometime Indian Muslim by generalizing. While the model minority myth is slowly collapsing for many Indian origin immigrants, there is another category that trouble me even more: Indians who treat everything Indian with contempt, as if distance has given them moral superiority. You see them online, often the loudest voices nodding along with MAGA influencer, agreeing that people from third world shouldn't be allowed into the US. When someone like Indian American influencer Priya Patel goes on X to declare not all culture are equal, the mindset become painfully clear. People like a Priya Patel believe they are the exceptions, more assimilated, more enlightened, and therefore somehow insulated from the racism other face. They imagine hate will spare them because they have detached themselves from their Indianness. As if racism work like that, as if bigotry stops to check passports, accent, or curated identities, like it or not. For many, this is a era of cultural and civilizational war. Anyone who thought that the assimilated right ones, ideal ones, would be spared is naive. Racism and xenophobia don't work like that, and the distancing oneself from one's own roots offer no protections. Indian origin immigrants, regardless of their success, education, legal status, honesty, or assimilation, will become targets more and more as prejudice keep increasing. There is an old saying, how fast do you have to run to escape a bear? You don't have to outrun the bear, you just have to outrun your friend. The truth, however, is that the bear of racism only feeds on one group for so long. Eventually, everyone's turn comes. We have to turn around together and challenge the hateful ideology behind it instead of arguing over who is deserving and who is not. For more such a video, keep watching The Print.